I went to see About a Place in the Kinki Region. It's kind of like a found footage mockumentary. It follows like two occult journalists that are investigating the disappearance of their magazine editor, who was investigating a series of videotapes and YouTube videos that point to some kind of curse in the Kinki region of Japan. I guess maybe half of it is the two reporters like talking to each other and investigating, and the other half of it is them watching a YouTube video where characters get gotten by curses and ghosts and whatnot. So it's a pretty fun
I think it's a
format
pretty fun movie
to play around with.
It's directed by Koji Shiarishi, who is Noroi fame, and he's done a lot of found footage stuff. This one's a little bit different in the sense that he mixes the traditional single cam narrative to more of the, I guess, found footage kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I think it's a clever medium in the sense that he can explore different iterations of found footage. You've got the YouTube video, you've got the stream, there's a pretty fun exposition plot of the I guess of the curse in an animated form a little bit later.
Yeah, that's fun.
I really like those. Yeah, I was a bit dubious at the movie's opening because it did look a little bit cheap, and it's sort of like, oh yeah, just a guy who gets seemingly killed by some kind of monster ghost thing. I was like,
not the best cold open, but I think it does get better. And I think like the cheapness of it kind of adds to the charm of the film as well. I think my favorite parts of the film were the found footage aspects of it.
Yeah, me too.
Whereas the weaker aspect is the two journalists, which is kind of the framing device. So it wouldn't really work without them. But I also felt like it's probably the weaker aspect of the film. Until the end, which is pretty good. I really like the end of the film.
I guess there's a twist. And I saw it coming. Like there's a line that really gives it away. And I was like, oh, yeah.
It's like there's a line and a series of behaviors that really give away the twist ending.
It's still pretty fun, though.
Yeah, it is fun. The reveal is fun.
Yeah. And the monster itself is quite fun. But yeah, I think, it's definitely the little vignettes that they watch. I like the live streamer who goes into the, I think one of the houses that the curse is. Like, it's been a little while since I've seen this movie, so you might need to refresh me on this one. But it's like there's like a voice or something that says...
Yeah. It's kind of based on like a folklore legend from the Kinki region about a guy that is his mom, and then his dead mom tells him that it's to find a wife. So you hear this voice going, "Oi there, oi there. I've got a what's it called? I've got a persimmon for you," or whatever.
That's it over. Yeah,
that's kind of the main curse situation, I guess, that's going on. So just kind of disappearing people into the woods.
Yeah.
But then there's also like, typical Japanese ghost behavior as well. So like the people that get got by this curse also start haunting people. So then like they have to draw this weird looking sigil and stick it around their place to ward off the spirits. But they also like, it helps if they keep live animals around them to kind of ward off the spirits as well. So it's a little bit convoluted, to be honest. Like it feels like there's a lot of different curses going on at the same time, and the rules aren't very clearly defined either, but it doesn't really matter that much. It's just, it's just ghost stuff, Japanese ghost stuff.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's pretty spooky. It's well, I guess both these movies I guess are similar to sort of like a Junji Ito style of story. But the aesthetic, I wonder if they even had just kept the whole found footage aesthetic with the leads would have made it stronger, because it's just that sort of handheld, low budget feel makes it creepier, where a lot of the stuff when it does follow the two, it's just, single cam.
It looks a bit too clean, right? Like
it's clean.
Too polished. Kind of falls into the same trap as The Medium, which we talked about with Chad like a while back, where it's like that movie was found footage, but the footage looked way too good to be like found
the guy,
footage.
that cinematographer was like, he was top of the grade. Now he's dead. There's a YouTube channel called Fake Documentary Q, which has got a little bit of popularity recently. It's a lot of these shorts that are like maybe, 10 to 20 to 30 minutes long. Yeah. And they're all sort of connected, but it's all like found footage. So it is basically all vignette style of storytelling.
Right.
But apparently, like, it's quite a. It looks like it's fairly cheap, but I think it's got quite a big following in Japan. And then there's like, from what I heard from some YouTubers talk about it, there are like photo books and published lore that you can buy from the bookstores about it.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's pretty cool.
But I think the success of that kind of thing is like how immersive it is, right? Like it's framed as it could be real. It could actually be happening in the real world, right? Whereas...
Except it's called fake documentary Q, but yeah.
Yeah. But the ghosts would call it that, wouldn't they, Tavi? To throw us off.
Damn you, ghosts. I rage faded you now.
They are many steps ahead. Whereas this film, like, it does feel immersive in the parts where it's just the found footage. But then as soon as it cuts to like the two people giving like a little reaction shot to the thing that they just watched and like driving the plot forward, I guess, it kind of breaks that immersion a bit. And I think you're right. I think that could have been solved with, just make one of them the videographer, and he's documenting the report for safety or whatever, it's fine. And they do that eventually, like towards the end of the film.
Yeah.
But yeah, it kind of does break the immersion a little bit.
I think, like, Noroi is Koji Shiarishi's best film. It's his magnum opus. His other ones are pretty fun, but they've never really reached that height. And I do appreciate I guess it's the experimentation of using single cam and mixing it with found footage stuff.
Yeah.
I think there was experimenting a little bit, or maybe a producer said people get, motion sickness and stuff, because I forget that people get motion sickness watching these kind of movies and I don't. So it's sort of a little bit more accessible.
I do sometimes. Wasn't a problem in this film, but I do get motion sickness sometimes.
Yeah. I think it's when it's very like cam heavy, like I mean, we talked about Havoc and Carter.
Carter,
Those Carter movies. Yeah. You probably get motion sickness during Henry as well.
Yeah. The opening scene of Exit 8.
Oh yeah, the opening scene of Exit 8. Yeah. But there's just something about this sort of Japanese folklore stuff that just hits hard. Any form of Asian folklore storytelling is just really compelling to watch. Yeah. Even if it's not the best, and even though it's not on a grand scale, and I know Japanese horror likes to sort of do the world-ending thing.
It eventually gets like world-ending.
But there's something that is more intimate about folklore, and I wish we've attempted to write stuff like this where it is based on folklore, but you and I, we kind of lack the knowledge of Lao folklore, and we end up just biting stuff from like, Japanese folklore or other Southeast Asian horror.
Well, they took all of the good imagery, Tavi.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good imagery in this film as well. I think that's kind of what sells it as well, is like, it's kind of the creepypasta vibes,
It's a bit different. There's a number of Australian films and horror films that were at Fantastic Film Fest, none of which we watched. So sorry, local cinema. But I'm just like, I just want to watch the stuff I've already seen and have DVDs of it home already. But the Australian horror aesthetic is a little bit different. It's more like depressing. Like Babadook, Bring Her Back. Not super scary.
Leviticus looks like that as well. Just kind of grim.
Yeah, grim. It's more, I don't know how to describe. It's not quite serial killer, even though we got Wolf Creek. But the imagery is more about the, I guess, sort of hidden evil, which it's something that I like as well. But yeah, there's something that is just a little bit different about Australian horror.
It's a bit more sinister.
Yeah. That's it. That's a good term. Yeah. It's more sinister. Like I'm thinking of older films. There's one that I haven't seen. One of the really old ones, like Wake in Fright, is sort of about a British guy who moves to Australia to do a job, but then he gets like sort of the outback, and the Aussie larrikin way drives him to madness. And there's another one, I think it's called Bird Eater, and it's just about like a guy who brings his girlfriend to a bachelor party, and the event just get more and more progressively sinister, and it's like toxic masculinity kind of shit. So it's not super scary either. Like the thought of it is frightening, yes, because it's realistic. But I just love supernatural horror like this. It's spooky. You can't do anything about it, really. There's these rules that don't make sense, but you just have to do them.
I like that. I like that the lack of rules means that anything can happen, really.
Yeah.
So, yeah, a lot of potential for scares.
Yeah.
I mean, look, we recently watched Hokum as well. And Hokum is kind of follows a similar vein. Yeah.
Yeah, Hokum was pretty fun. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just fun. It's more fun to watch than something sinister, you know?
Like, what did you think of Hokum? I thought Hokum was pretty good.
I liked it. I haven't watched any of his other films, though. I've heard maybe Oddity is a bit better. But yeah, I enjoyed Hokum.
Yeah, Oddity is probably my favorite from Damon McCarthy. Hokum was good. And yeah, there's like one character that I was like, oh, it's kind of sad. Like that they had their demise.
Yeah.
You can really see the patterns in his film, which is quite interesting. I think Hokum is a more focused version of Caveat in his first movie. But Caveat has more of that indie feel. I find Caveat creepier. Hokum is his easiest to digest movie. It's scary and it's creepy, but it's less than Oddity and Caveat. Oh man, Oddity, like I won't go too much into it, but there's one jump scare in Oddity that really fucking got me. Like, because I think I was recovering from a sickness when I was watching it. I was watching it on Shudder, and I was kind of in a daze. I think I probably had COVID actually, but I just didn't do the test. But I was watching it, and there's this one jump scare, and I was just like, "Fuck!" That really that shook me. I was like, "Jesus Christ!" If I was in my sound mind, I probably would have spotted it, but because I was in that sort of coalescent state of delirium, man, you know, it was just it pulled me right back into the movie. I think that's why I really enjoyed Oddity. That one jump scare was really good.
And I think that's the strength of these kinds of films, right? About supernatural things. Like they are quite jump scare heavy. And I guess About a Place in the Kinki Region is no different. It's all kind of like creepy imagery, creeping tension, and sometimes a jump scare will happen. But yeah, it's fun. And I like the experimental format. Even if I couldn't quite get on board with the framing device, I do like that experimentation of using a combination of found footage elements and single cam footage. Yeah, it's fun watch, especially if you're into Japanese horror.
I think so, yeah.